goals, reviewing them regularly, and then following up with the feedback. All of three are an internal and important part of one process to become successful. Today in my speech, I'm going to cover about the third part, which is giving feedback. I will cover why it is important, what are the points you want to cover in that, and how you do that. Some of the tips you might want to consider whether you are giving a feedback at work, you are giving a feedback to your kids when you're reviewing their homework, or you are giving feedback in your day-to-day life, let's say Toastmasters. You can be giving feedback in known and unknown ways. You want to remember these tips. Number one is provide information, do not advise. If you provide information, the person has an option to understand what you're trying to do and then decide on their own. You don't want to say, I would have done it this way, or I want you to do it this way. That's putting on them that you do it this way only. Number two is add positives. If you are only going to tell them what they have not done right, and that's how generally we take it. When you say feedback, we generally think that something I've not done right. So add positives, that's how it lets people know what they're doing well and also gives them improvement, lets them improve on what they're doing. Number three, keep it brief. If you have a list of things, whether positive or improvements, nobody will remember that and will not give that importance. If you want them to take it seriously and follow it, keep it brief. Number four, timeliness. If a week back your kid did not do well, you do not want to remind them today when the kid has A+. So tell them when they did not do well, and tell them when they did well. Make it timeliness. After this, I'm going to introduce my partner. I'm going to play with him a role play. We will have a scenario where I will be the president and Rajiv will be the vice president of public relations of Appraising with Praise project, which I'm working on. With that, please let me invite Rajiv Prabhakar. Thank you, Rajiv. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
It's been great. How have you been finding so far working as the vice president of VP of public relations?
I've been doing it for the last 6 months, and I really enjoy the role. It's fun.
It's fun? Great. I have enjoyed it as well. This is one of the non-profit organizations where I'm being a president, and it's been great working with you as public relation officer. The things which I would like to recommend or comment on is, number one is, I remember when you took up as VP PR, our previous VP PR was not being able to continue with the club. You did not have a good backup to take on. But you did on your own. You researched, you got all the passwords, everything on your own, and you started working on it, getting things on track. That was very commendable, the way you started without having any experience on VP PR. You also have decided on having a Meetup account, which charges about $72 6 months, which is not a less amount for us. But that was your call, and very good call to continue with Meetup, because all of us know that we have had many members on Meetup, and some of them have even become guests here and then later members here. That's due to Meetup. You have been updating all our data on other social networks like Facebook, our website, Yelp, Meetup, everything. So far, so very good. And if you remember our last open house, which was in October, that was your first open house. By the way, open house is a place where everybody gets involved, but VPPR leads it, owns it. Why? Because it is a place where we meet each other, we invite guests, and we recruit them as members. So VPPR owns that baby named Open House. He had done an excellent job. We had so many guests, and how he distributed flyers, he invited people, he sent emails, he did everything possible for him, gave his best, And then we also had many guests and 3 or 4 members who became that very day paid members. We also had another open house in last March, and we did have NPR covering our meeting. We did have a guest speaker. We had many guests. Unfortunately, we did not have many paid members. Do you know what we can do about it, how we can work better about it, what we can do more?
No, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking that if we had more time to prepare for it, like if I had more advance notice that the event was happening, maybe we could have organized things better and been better prepared to do recruitment on the day.
So with that, having said that, will it help, let's say, if we have a month ahead of time given you, that's when we start working on availability of the room as well as you start working on all you're supposed to do. A month is enough for you?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so probably that's a takeaway for me to make sure that from next time onwards we have at least a month about it. Is there anything else you would like to share, or this is about it?
I was also thinking that I'm only one person, and there's a lot of people in that room. So I feel like, getting people into that room, I did my job, like I did the public relations, I got guests into the room. Converting the guests into members, it's really everyone's job.
True, very
I think we should all make an effort to talk to a guest, make them feel welcome, and answer any questions they have. And, subtly encourage them to sign up for the club if they enjoy what they saw.
Sure. Now here I might think that at times I feel that we end up, quite a few of us end up talking to guests, which makes the guest feel that, oh my God, why everybody's talking about it. So do you think, before having an open house, if the officers have a meeting and then decide a role, that you do this, you do that, 2 of you do this, and 2 of you do that, will that be helpful? That way you get the number of people you want to talk to guests, but at the same time, not everybody talking to guests.
I think so, yeah.
So,
telling people exactly what you expect from them will make it more organized on the day.
So I think that's another takeaway for me, that from next time onwards, we have a meeting just for open house, deciding who is taking up what responsibility. All right, all over. Thank you so much, Rajiv, for working as VPPR. I've always enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you.